Hello, weekenders, and welcome to opening weekend of Festival of Holidays here at Epcot.
Today we are going to do something a little bit different than we normally do. So normally we come out and try all the new foods. We're sort of doing that today, but today we're going to do a versus challenge. So we are going to try 5 of the new menu items available for this year's festival. But then we're also going to try 5 favorites from the past. So old versus new. So come along with us as we battle it out today.
So let's get into the taste test of these items. I'm super excited about this tamale. It looks delicious. Get plenty of that barbacoa beef. Hmm. I should have taken a smaller bite. Um, so it's a little bit on the cold side just because I think it had been sitting there for a minute, but that's gonna happen with these. The flavor is still really good. You can taste the mole even up against the barbacoa beef. The barbacoa beef's really, really tender. The masa is great. There's a really good, like, there's not too much masa in comparison to the beef. So, good contrast in flavors, good layers. Um, all in all, I'd probably give this one a 4 out of 5. It's a good one. Right. And the returning favorite, the turkey poutine. So we just had Thanksgiving, so hopefully I'm not too tired of turkey, but this still looks and smells just as amazing as it did last year. But I do remember how difficult it was to get everything in one bite. So mm. The cheese curds are super squeaky, which is a really good sign of a good cheese curd. The turkey is cooked really well. It's not dry, which can happen with turkey a lot of times. The fried onions on top just add a little bit of extra texture. When you're eating sweet potato fries and turkey and gravy, it's all kind of the same texture, so that's really nice. And the cranberry relish just adds some sweetness and a little bit of tart, which breaks up everything. This one is still so, so good. Honestly, I feel bad, but I'm gonna have to give it to the turkey poutine.
So for our first dessert battle, it's going to be the mint chocolate mousse wreath cake versus the salted caramel spaceship earth cookie. Okay. All right, let's start with this. Oh, should have got a knife. Okay, good. I broke some cookie off the bottom. Okay, so there's like a shell on the outside, and then the chocolate cookie, like mint chocolate chip mousse on the inside. So, oh, it's very minty. I like mint. It almost tastes like mint chocolate chip ice cream in there. Say, I don't know. Let me compare it to this other one here. I really like that one though. Would definitely recommend. Here we go. So, I feel like the cookies So there's two different kind of cookies. I feel like the cookies overwhelm the caramel. I think I'd give it to this one. So with our first rounds done, that's one new and one old.
All right, y'all. So for our next dessert battle, we're doing the returning favorite dulce de leche churro sprinkled with cinnamon sugar versus the sweet potato mochi cake. So I don't know if you can see, but it's filled on the inside. One more bite just for science. Mm. Warm, gooey center. I love a churro. There's not a whole lot of dulce de leche. So I'll be honest, I don't think this one's going to be hard to beat, but I do love a churro. All right, and the new item for this year that we're going to battle against is the sweet potato mochi cake. This is a gooey sweet potato mochi cake with purple sweet potato cream, strawberry, black sugary syrup, and sesame seeds. So I'm really excited about this one because, like I said, churro probably not going to be super hard to beat this
You
year.
get some of that cream on there.
It's very pretty. I will say that much. I like the little bite-sized pieces. Hold on, just a dang minute. That is so good. Okay, so gooey is the correct description. So if you've ever eaten mochi, it's got a decent bite to it. So this is not going to be like a sweet potato in that you just bite straight through it and it's really soft. You've got to chew on it like a gummy a little bit, but the flavor is so good. And that cream just adds a little bit of freshness, I think, in my opinion. It's not overly sweet, which I think is probably why I really like it. This one might be best of the fest for me right now. This one definitely wins.
All right. So the next one is going to be a cream smoked salmon and house-made dill brioche bread with cucumber is the new item. I'm going to get Brie to pronounce it for you before I try it at the booth in France. But it's going to go against the returning favorite, Sushi Tree. So the Sushi Tree is a sushi roll with crab meat and cream cheese topped with seaweed, salmon roe, and spicy mayonnaise. And it's not the best sushi that you'll ever have, but it's good sushi. Um, so not that I think it's hard to beat, but it is hard to beat. So really interested to see how the smoked salmon does.
All right, and to battle the sushi, we've got the new item from the Le Marche de Noël Holiday Kitchen in the France Pavilion. I'm gonna try to say this the best I can, but the crème de salmon fumée en brioche. They don't roll their R's in French, but
So it is a salmon like kind of pate or mousse with what kind of brioche?
brioche.
The brioche bread, which is green for some reason, and cucumber. So let's give this a try. Oh, there's dill something too. Okay. Sushi wins, which evens it up at 2-2. But this is probably my first don't recommend for the festival. The salmon's kind of dry. Yeah, I'm not a big fan. So I would not recommend this, but 2-2 going into the final battle.
All right. So next food battle is first up the new item, which is the Montanara from the Tuscany Holiday Kitchen. Now, this is fried house-made pizza dough with pomodoro sauce, parmesan, and fresh basil. I think y'all have heard us talk about the Italy booths before at these festivals.
Ooh.
And we are not huge fans. I think Brant has completely written this booth off, so I'm taking the hit on this one. We decided just to get one item from the booth this year, obviously, because if we're disappointed, we don't want to spend a bunch of money on it. But we figured, that's a great question. Brant asked where the basil is, and I don't see any. So, Italy, you're not off to a strong start. But I mean, these are pretty basic. So I would say it's hard to mess it up, but Italy has definitely messed up basic things before. It's not bad. They get soggy pretty quickly, so do keep that in mind. If you're going to order this dish or one of the other ones from the Italy booth this year, I suggest you eating it very quickly. I did find a very small piece of basil, so just in case anybody was wondering, I had to hunt for that. But this is going up against the returning favorite, potato latkes at the L'Chaim Holiday Kitchen. So, up next. All right. And the returning classic from L'Chaim Holiday Kitchen, the potato latkes. These, I thought, were pretty stinking good last year. So, see if they hold up. Okay. And we were battling the Montanara from the Tuscany Kitchen at Italy. We're comparing carb versus carb. I just think
Fried versus fried.
Fried versus fried, carb versus carb. I think this just has more depth to it. The Italy Kitchen, it was fried pizza dough with marinara sauce that honestly just didn't have a whole lot of flavor to it. The potato latkes, they're nice and crispy. They've got a really good texture on them. The flavor's really smooth. But then the dill ranch that they put on the top honestly just levels it up a good bit, and it adds a little bite. So I'm gonna have to say the potato latkes winning this one. So
All right, so we have finished our Festival Holidays battle round. Returning favorites, I think 1, 3, and 2.
Returning favorites snuck it out.
I will say though, we tried 10 items. None of them were bad. There are other items we've had before that were really good. So really, well, not none of them. Don't get the salmon brioche bread, whatever.
Okay, see, even that, it really just needed like some apples or
Yes,
something.
but it
And
didn't have it.
I know what I'm gonna want.
But anyways, we appreciate you guys coming out with us. Remember, I put it earlier in the video. Click on the link or scan the QR code. We would love to help you play the trip. And we'll see you guys next weekend. Bye.